Welcome back to the newest edition of Ryanology. I'm your host, Ryanology. Today on this episode of Ryanology, we feature an interview with student drummer Ethan Church, as well as a video showing the experience that the robotics team had over the summer. Please take a look and enjoy. Welcome back. Today on the show, I'm very excited to introduce our first student guest, Ethan Church. How are you doing today, Ethan?
I'm good, Ryan. How are you doing?
Doing good. So Ethan is a up-and-coming star in the Dartmouth music setting. He's been in a few bands before, and most recently his new band, Afraid of Secrets, has put out a new album. So Ethan, do you want to lead us through that experience?
Yeah, totally. So it's been a really interesting experience, as music stuff always goes. We started about a year ago now, which is absolutely crazy to think that in a year we came this far. It's been a wild ride, and we released the album probably like 4 weeks ago, and it's done incredible numbers. It's been going up very fast. Everything's just been like moving at a very fast pace, and it's awesome to be in that experience, like seeing, feeling, experiencing everything that's going on in the music industry, seeing firsthand what it feels like to, kind of have that little sense of success and sense of like feeling like you did something like that. It's really cool, and it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling and an awesome experience.
And since such a big part of your life is dedicated to music, how would you say that affects your student life as a student?
It doesn't really. I mean, I think it makes me like, honestly, it makes me think of everything differently. Like made me think of different perspectives, made me think of different ways to think of literally everything. Like just everything going from school to my personal life to things that I do no matter what. It just makes me think of everything differently and think of it from very many different angles and many different situations instead of just one situation, just like straightforward like that.
And so a little bit more about the album. How long were you working on these songs with your team and with your group?
So we've been working on it for about a year now. It's 8 songs, which is crazy. It's been a long writing process. It's mostly been like the singer, I, and the group together, just writing them, coming to practice, coming with a riff and being like, hey, this is really cool, let's add on to it. And in 3 hours, we have a whole entire song. It basically happens like that, and then we go into the studio and we record it, and we've been recording the album for around a year now, which is like crazy because it's taken a year to record 8 songs, and every single time we go in, we record guitar, bass, drums, vocals, get it all out of the way, and then you got to mix it, master it. It's a long process, but every single song was written in my studio. Every single song was produced there. Like, it takes a long time, and the album has come together very well. But yeah, that's really how the songs were made. That's how they were produced. That's how they came to be.
And taking a look ahead, how would you say working with a band in a group, putting out an album, going forth, how would you say that affects you?
It's brought a very positive like attitude, very positive feeling for me. It's crazy to think that I have an album out. Like I think this album is literally perfect. It's been literally my dream ever since I was a little kid to record a like punk album, because not many people are into the type of music that we write. So I found my people, like my little group, and I would never trade that for anything. I love everyone in that band like family, and I'm so happy that I get to create that music with them. It's literally like a dream come true, and it's just like it's brought a very positive effect on me. It's made me appreciate everything in life more. It's made me appreciate everything from like paying for the studio to the people that produce it to the people that engineer it. It's made me appreciate everything more, and it's just been like an incredible experience all around. It's been like magical. It's nothing that you can get anywhere else.
And on music education, how important do you think it is that things like the arts, music, different programs stay in schools as well as students pursuing these careers? Like, what is your stance on that?
I think it's very important. I think that, like, I'm in the marching band, I'm in the indoor percussion, I do everything like that. It's very important to get yourself involved because you want all the musical background, you want to be able to do everything that you can, and you want to learn from every little thing. Like, my main thing is punk and rock and music like that, but I do the indoor percussion where it's all more classical and it's all different types. So I get to have everything like that, and that's what a bunch of colleges and schools and everything is going to bring you. I'm personally not going to college and not doing those things because, like, I'm going to straightly hit it after high school. I'm going to go touring. I'm going to be doing different things with artists, and it's going to be crazy. But it's very vital and it's very important if you want to, like, become a teacher or if you want to learn everything about your craft, to do every single little thing that you can in school, in college. Every little thing is important, and every little thing is going to build on the wide scheme of everything. Because, like, in drums and in any music instrument, like, it all builds off. Like, a lot of jazz is in a lot of metal music. Like, a lot of rock music is in a lot of pop music. Everything blends together, and everything can help in a different way.
Absolutely. And when did you start playing drums?
I started playing in 6th grade when I was 12, so like 4 years ago.
So, taking a look at that and counting your dedication and the amount of hours you put into every day, would you say that the outcome so far is worth it? To the people at home who may not know, Ethan has already been in numerous bands before, stepped up and played in the high school marching band and indoor percussion. So, your experience so far to other younger musicians out there who are looking forward to try and really get a step into the music world, share your experience, and would you say it's worth it, and kind of see if you can, like, give them, like, a rough guideline or plan.
Yeah, totally. So I would say it's 100% worth it. I've been drumming for 4 years, and the outcome for this has been absolutely incredible. I have gotten some of my heroes, my biggest, like, fans, some of my, like, artists that I've been fans of ever since I was a little kid, to notice me and, like, know my name and, like, see what I do. And, like, it's a name. I'm a name now, like Ethan Church. Like, people know that, and it's absolutely mind-blowing to me. It's been crazy. It's totally worth it. Like, my hero, Travis Barker, the drummer of Blink-182, has noticed me on social media multiple times. He knows my name. He's commented on my stuff. It's mind-blowing to me that I've gotten that recognition. All of my heroes have seen me. Like, a bunch of famous people have followed me. It's really, like, a dream come true. And I got that from working 12 hours a day, every single day, since the moment I got home to the moment that I, like, went to bed. I drummed the whole entire day. For probably even now, like, even though I'm busy now, that's still what I do. I always am drumming. Like, that's what I do. That's what I do with my life. So it's 100% worth it. It's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of effort to put into it, but it is 100% worth it no matter what. There's a lot of hard goals, and there's a lot of rough edges. Like, I was in a band, and it wasn't as clean as it should be, and, like, it's always like that. You're always going to have people like that. There's always going to be bands like that. There's always drama. But you just got to find the positive side. You got to reconnect with the people. You got to get better. Like, it's all just a big game, and you just got to learn how to deal with it, because it's truly magical, and it's literally, like, my dream come true.
And it also kind of shows self-perseverance and dedication on your part. I'm also a member in the marching band and indoor percussion, and working with you, Ethan, and just being able to work as a group together, I think it's really an amazing thing, because when we're in this and we're there 3 hours every Wednesday and Thursday after school, 10 to 9 o'clock in the winters on Saturdays, I feel like the entire team aspect, it's not only building a team, but we're also building a family. And as well as with your band, I feel it's really important. And I, as you said, can't stress this enough. Go and try music, because the whole family aspect, it's not going to come anywhere else.
It literally doesn't. Like, even with marching band, with my own bands, we're all brothers and sisters. It's literally all, like, we're all so close together. We all do this, and it's very important. It brings you a whole different friend group that you're with, and it's just something very magical, because you don't only get to connect with someone with music, you get to connect with someone, like, emotions, and you get to, like, meet new people, and it's absolutely incredible to get to do that. Like, with marching bands, that like knowing everybody in it and being best friends with like you and Austin, Thea, everybody in that like are my best friends, and I would never trade that for anything, because everybody is so kind to me. They all treat me with respect. They all are kind to me. You know, like everybody is so great. With my own bands, I'm friends with like 35-year-old dudes, like from the studio, my producers, like all those people. They're literally like my family, and it's crazy to think that all of them like just come out of music. Like it starts with the music, you get to be friends with them, and then they're basically family to you. It's very important to do that. Very important to make those connections, from marching band to indoor percussion to like your own stuff. It's very important to have that, because everyone is my family now. It's just crazy how it works like that.
And it can also kind of carry out into your work life and things like that. So if you weren't to pursue music and you were to just stop here, how would you say being in these bands and doing these things would influence the different decisions you make later on?
So I would say that it would make me appreciate everything more, and it would make me understand people's emotions, people's feelings, what people really want more. Like if I went for a job interview somewhere else, I would be like, okay, I need to make sure I know, like find out what this guy's about. I make sure like I know like if he's outgoing or not, because I personally am a very outgoing person. So it's like, got to figure out if they would like that, or if they want kind of more like low-key vibe, or like, you know, it's just, it makes you give more attention to any little aspect, and it makes you just like appreciate everything more, and it makes you, I don't know, it just makes you happy and everything. It's just, it's really awesome.
So yeah, music, very important in your life.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, possibly one of the most important things, you know, and it's just kind of crazy to think how before this time period, you were also playing an instrument, cello, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And you found drums, you found your calling, and now this is going to be the rest of your life.
Exactly.
It's just mind-boggling.
It's crazy. It takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication, but in the end, it's 100% worth it, and I want to be doing this for the rest of my life. I want to go on tour. I want to record. I want to be able to live off this. That is my goal, and that's what I know I'm going to do in life.
Well, Ethan, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show today. You know, I'm never gonna not talk about music, you know, always a fan of music, but yeah, I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Ryan, I really appreciate it.
The robotics team had a once-in-a-lifetime experience over the summer. A film crew actually came into the Dartmouth High School, and they are able to record an episode of their own TV show. We'd like you to take a look at a few segments that we edited from that.
Over the summer, we ran multiple summer workshops, but then we also were able to film a video for the first robotics, or first tech challenge, sorry, in which we kind of showed off what robots can do, and it was kind of an advert for the national release of the game this year.
I was not credited. I'm not sure what my role was exactly. I helped facilitate the filming of the show. So I came here with the production crew the day before and got them set up, showed them around the school, and then they stayed here all day to light all the different shots. Then I came back the next day to help organize the students to be part of the film.
In the production, I mostly was like an extra person. I was a recruit for a robotics team that they were filming about, in which, you know, I show up to a robotics meeting, no idea what's going on, and then join this robotics.
So in this, I was an extra for quite a few parts, but then towards the end of the video, or middle, I also had a speaking part where I was playing this problem solver person who was getting recruited into the robotics team. I really enjoyed getting to see like all the behind the scenes stuff, because like you don't really know what goes into these types of videos. You see them on TV with like kids like you, And so just getting to be in that was really cool. And then of course, like actually getting to speak into a little bit of acting was a lot of fun.
This year we have a really fun game challenge, and right now we're mostly looking forward to getting the robots up and running and kind of seeing what they can do. But we really hope that people will see the video and get excited about robotics. Just maybe it'll spark an interest in them and they'll want to join it. It's a lot of fun, and I think just about anyone can enjoy it.
Turn down the rates, and there she flies.
I'm sure you're all wondering why you're here. Does anyone know what this is? A robot? It's not just any robot. What? You all have something special that would make you perfect for this team, and we'll need all of you to solve this. So what do you say?
I'm in.
Yes. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah. Your upcoming challenge in Freight Frenzy, presented by Raytheon Technologies, is to work together as a team to build a robot that can traverse rough terrain and obstacles to transport a variety of freight from warehouses to shipping hubs. The future of transportation is evolving. Will you take the wheel?
Welcome back. Today I'm very excited to have some members of the Dartmouth High School robotics team on the show today. We have Lucas Dion, Nyan Bala, and Jack Hersher. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good. So over the summer you guys had actually a video crew come and record an episode of their show, and you guys had to solve a problem. So do you guys kind of want to talk more about that?
Sure. So the crew we worked with was Steer Forward, and they were making a video for First Robotics. It was going to be the big game reveal trailer that would be played at kickoff. So this video, it was going to go out to robotics teams across the nation, and basically this video was kind of a big deal because this is what revealed what the next challenge for the year was. So we worked with them with a professional actress as well. Her name was Zoe Deal, and we kind of acted as extras / had a couple speaking parts. Naya and I, we actually had a few speaking parts ourselves, Jack too, and we kind of mostly just played extras, but yeah, and we showed off our robot, and that was what introduced the game.
And do you guys want to actually show it to the folks at home?
Yeah, so this is our robot so far. We're only a month into the season so far, so it hasn't we haven't made that much progress. This is my team's robot. We're manipulating this year. We're manipulating balls and cubes. Think wiffle balls and cubes of similar sizes, and trying to move them up and down. So right here you can see we have linear slides that move up and down with a little cube that goes, a cube or ball would fit in there and move out just like that. It's coming along. It's not finished yet, but we're hoping to have it finished by sometime in November.
And what's the common goal for this robot? So is there like a specific issue we're trying to solve with it?
Yeah, so this year's theme is all about transportation. So we're moving cargo pieces, those wiffle balls and small cubes that I talked about, into shipping centers, which are essentially these stacked platforms of different heights, which is what the lifter's for.
That's great. So do you want to kind of like talk about how long it kind of took you to get to this point, and how much longer do you think it's going to be till you complete it and we're able to see the final product?
Yeah, so this is about 3 months into our process. We reused some parts from previous seasons, like our drivetrain with the big side plates and the numbers. Those we used previous years, but yeah, this is about 3 weeks in, and we probably have another month and a half, 2 months until it can run, and then maybe another month or two of tuning it in and perfecting it for competition.
And this is, I mean, really amazing, you know, just being able to develop a product, work as a team, put this out, compete with it.
Right.
It's really great. Do you guys want to kind of like tell the folks at home what you guys do and when you guys meet for robotics?
Yeah, so as a club, we meet from 2:15 to 3 o'clock on every Tuesday and Thursday. And we like to do a lot of outreach events to stay involved within our community. We work a lot with the Dartmouth Middle School, Quinn Elementary, Potter, and DeMello. And we like to come to their schools and kind of do these robotics demonstrations to get aspiring engineers involved and give them the resources they need. And we really like to throw a summer class for about 2 weeks every summer for grades 5 to 9. And this really helps students get involved with FTC, get them some experience as working as a team and working with robotics. And so far, it's run successfully pretty much every year.
And would you say that this program that you guys are doing, everything you're running, is this helping students move on and hopefully helping them find a career that they're able to pursue later on in life?
Absolutely. At least for the members of our club currently, I think all of us want to go into STEM. And this has really helped us get experience within this field, working as a team especially, making connections, going to other schools and meeting other students with our similar interests, and especially regarding robotics too. Get a lot of experience with these kinds of concepts. So absolutely.
And that's just, it's really fantastic to hear that you guys are finally like getting back out there, you know. After a year of COVID, where did you find your team at, you know? Personally, I'm in the band, you know, as many people know, but we kind of had to, we were able to get around it, but it was a hiatus. We all kind of had to stop for a little while. So what did you guys do as a team and as a club that helped your knowledge and innovation move further, but staying safe, obviously?
So our team definitely took a little bit of a hit during COVID. We lost quite a few members. Our teams were very small. Each team, I think, only had maybe like
4 or 5 people.
Yeah, 4 or 5 people. Some of us even had to quarantine at times, so that was time when the teams couldn't meet. But we looked for a lot of virtual options. We had virtual meetings. We would, go on Zoom or Google Meet, and meet up that way with either our teacher, Mr. Brodsky, or just small single team things rather than big club things. And then we would also start using things like Trello to keep a detailed schedule of everything we had to do, and then we would use our main form of communication, which was called Slack. It's sort of like a Discord, but for work, and we just use that as our main form of communication between teams.
And would you say from that point where everything was shut down and you had to meet virtually, would you say from there to now, it's been a steady progression forward?
Yes, absolutely. This year, we've seen one of the biggest increases in membership that I've seen since joining. It's such a big difference, and it's such an improvement to be able to actually work in our school workshop instead of having different people with different parts at home all working independently. That was not that much fun last year. We held together, but this year is definitely a big improvement.
And the meetings are so much more lively this year, going from a virtual kind of setting where everyone's a little bit shy, going to now this robust classroom with 30 people in it, and everyone working collaboratively on a robot rather than rationing out the parts and Mr. Brodsky delivering it to everyone's houses. So everyone can say they kind of got their stride back. So definitely.
And it's really good to hear that, because not only are students rebuilding different aspects that they're learning within robotics, but they're also building the social aspect. You know, freshmen coming into the high school not knowing much, having that sense of joining a team, like a family almost, it helps. So would you say that increase in membership, would you say it's a lot of freshmen this year?
Yes.
Yeah, we have, well, I don't even know how,
four new freshmen.
Yeah, 4 or 5 new
maybe
freshmen
more.
this year. Yeah, it's really great to see them joining, because we know we need members, otherwise once we leave, there'll be no one left. So it's really awesome to see them and also introduce them to robotics, introduce them to what we love, just like we were introduced when we were freshmen or sophomores. It's really great.
And overall with the robotics program, would you say personally it's helped you kind of find your stride here at the high school?
Yeah, so I mean, I know for me personally, I'm sure for you guys as well, I was really quiet coming into the high school. I've gained a lot of social skills through the robotics team. I mean, just being here today talking I think highlights that. Filming the video we did over the summer highlights that. Being a captain now, I've learned how to delegate jobs between my new members, and I feel much more comfortable talking to people.
Yeah, I think more than anything, robotics teaches you important skills. You know, I think it's one of the few activities here at the high school. Obviously, film, it's one of them, but that you can actually go into a career. You know, I'm hoping to go to college for computer science, doing a lot of the same stuff that I do here in the robotics program.
And it's really a great precursor, because not only are you learning these skills here, adjusting, but like you said, you're already going to have that knowledge entering college. Perfect thing, you know, to put on your resume as well. And if you're enjoying it, it's really all that matters, you know?
Right.
It's truly presented us with so many different opportunities, ones we would not be able to achieve anywhere else. So we're so thankful for this club and how it's helped all of us individually.
Well, thank you very much for joining me today. I encourage all Dartmouth High School students, of course, to join the robotics team, and please feel free to come back anytime.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you
having
so
us.
much for having us.
Thank you for watching this edition of Ryanology. I'd like to thank Ethan Church and the robotics team for coming on the show today.